Hi. For those of you who typically watch my videos, you kind of know who I am. For those of you, since this is one of those videos that'll be probably circulated around and watched of its own volition and not a regular vlog, my name's Theo. I play American football. I'm currently living in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Europe. Yes, they call it a magnetron here. Most everyone else calls it a microwave. Yes, they do use euros here. Anyways, the team I play for is the Hilversum Hurricane, and I'm a linebacker. And I have recently purchased a video package from apexsports.io. From what I understand, suffixes can be anything they want these days. They don't really mean much anymore, and that's just what it is. So, don't get tripped up by that. The link is below, and I have recently broken my collarbone, so I'm out for the rest of the season. And I figured, well, this would be a good time to research some stuff, get some training materials, and then once I can get back to working and training, I have all the necessary materials. And I found this website. Look at my phone, as it's ridiculously good, and you can see that it has football, lacrosse, and hockey. We're going to concern ourselves with the football section because that's the sport I play. So they've got things that's like quarterback coming soon, quarterback. They got 2 wide receivers already, 1 coming soon, a linebacker, another one coming soon, defensive back, and 2 offensive line packages. And these are all by NFL players, so if you have like a favorite NFL player or if you kind of like that person, you can get a video guide from them. I purchased the linebacker package from Joshua Perry. Introduced himself from the Colts. Found out earlier that they were actually coming out with a second package, and I'm just like, want to buy it. Now, what did this cost? About 40 bucks. With all this stuff with the currency transfer and all that jazz. It's good because it's, so far as I've seen, an indefinite viewing period. So you buy it, you have access to these videos on your profile for however long. Would hope until maybe the website goes down, and hopefully the website won't go down. They'll just add in more. They'll get more, NFL players. They'll get, defensive line, running backs, all that jazz. And so as you can see, it works really well on a mobile device. And you can watch these videos on your phone. It gives you the points, and each video is about 2 minutes. Now, to be fair, you could probably also get the same stuff from, NFL players that were on practice squads, but then got cut loose and then wanted to get into marketing. And then made their own YouTube channels to help do stuff. That's all well and good too. I found a couple of those channels. I've even found people posting, I found high school coaches posting their drills for linebackers on YouTube. Honestly, why did I pick this website? Well, one, it's video packages, and I'm kind of a visual learner. So YouTube helps and all that jazz, but not, the video quality sometimes is a little off. So their about page, like I said, I'll link below to it. This guy's in the NFL, was in the NFL. He retired a couple years ago. That's fine. The dude had 3 seasons in the NFL, and on top of that had to be good enough in college to make it through the draft. The dude's at the top of his game. Whatever level I play at in Europe here, it's not the NFL. So I'm learning from someone who's technically at the top of the world. Basically, in terms of this sport. Gives you kind of a good idea about that, as to why I picked it. I also like videos, but again, YouTube's full of videos, but the quality isn't that great. And sometimes these are high school coaches. Now, to be fair, if you're a youth player, this might help. There's also a lot of YouTube videos out there that explain chalk talk. So as I said, most of these videos are there's an intro to the section video, and then there's, depending on the section, such as stance. How to stance, how to start for linebacker. There's intro, weight distribution, body angles, hand placement, and then an overview of what needs to be emphasized. What has he seen? What has other linebackers around him screwed up also? And, when a bunch of people are kind of screwing up in the same way, that is a teaching point for general linebacker. In my days of semi-pro back in the States, I noticed that there was a lot of linebackers that got really low in their stance, like to the point where they were at the bottom of a squat, and then they'd stand straight up and then run. Now, even I know that's bad. You're supposed to be in a ready stance, not, or some of them would be like locked back kind of on their heels, like you should be playing offensive line. Like no linebacker should be in their stance like they're going to be defending a pass. Just like, you know what I mean? Back on their heels, ready to back up a little bit and kick step. Linebackers should never be in that stance. And that's the stuff this stuff goes over. I haven't bought one of the wide receiver packages or the quarterback one. I would think that the quarterback one would have much more like the vision stuff. This goes over offensive line reads, how to, what your reads are and the tips and tricks. I mean, obviously your coach in a high school or a youth level is going to teach you your basic reads. Read the guard, don't necessarily read the tackle. But there's other things to read that he's noticed in his time in the NFL that the higher level players try to sneak by you. So, because depending on your high school, state level, you could be playing pretty basic football. And we do here in the Netherlands in terms of how widespread things are in the States. And so I approve of this. Like I said, it's $40, at least for the package that I bought. So I clicked on the Cardale Jones quarterback package, and it's apparently worth $10. I'm not going to spend that. I have no real ambition to be a quarterback. I'll leave that to my quarterback and our backup quarterback. However, if you want to, it's $10. It's easily accessible on your phone, as I showed you. And they have another one coming out. It says coming soon from Josh Dobbs. So as I just quickly poked around at the other ones, like the defensive back packages from Tyvis Powell. It costs $40. So I'm guessing most of that one quarterback one is worth 10, and the next one coming out might be a little bit more in depth. But this one says cover 2 fundamentals, cover 3 2x2 alignment. Like the idea of a DB, as I was trying to be a DB for 3 years, this could make or break your game. Really. So it says learn 3 different press man coverage techniques along with 2 drills that will make you a lockdown DB. So 5 versions. That's just one of the talking points. In the package that I bought, it doesn't have to sell it on me because I already purchased it. But he was an inside linebacker, which is what I'm more striving to be. We have guys on my team that are they're much more rolled down safety, so they work better as outside linebackers, so good on that. Actually eagerly awaiting the next one they have from Brandon Chubb, linebacker package. I'd say check it out if you have that. I mean, these are NFL guys, and it's as close to a private lesson as you're probably going to get for pretty cheap, because I went through Coach Up and paid for actual physical training from a corner from Boise State University when I lived back in Portland, Oregon. Probably taught me things that I probably wouldn't have gotten from my team, because in semi-pro, most everyone had played high school. So yeah, and that wraps this one up. So like I said, link is below, and if you pick up one of these packages and you review it, comment below, like, what do you think? But I'll say this, because I was on Twitter actually, and so what really got me is I saw an ad, because I was going through and just liking a bunch of stuff and retweeting stuff, and then Twitter was like, hey, do you like this ad? And it said keys to blitzing with NFL linebacker Joshua Perry, and I was like, click. And it took me to this website, and I was browsing through it, and it just sold me on it. I had the money, and you can always get better. I hope you guys have a great upcoming season. Again, the football season in the States is coming up soon, people are starting spring ball. I'm starting to see some of the seniors at spring camp when frosh coming in, and they're just memes of all over the place. And they're like, or something like that. And so, yeah, if you are picking up a new position or you're new to football and you happen to have a lot of money lying around, maybe check this out. I highly suggest it. I mean, there are, like I said, there are numerous other things, and plus, if you're in high school, you're gonna have daily training anyways. But sometimes when you're sitting in that bathtub, icing your legs after, after 2-a-days, sometimes it's nice to pull out your phone and not play Angry Birds or Fortnite and just digest more football stuff. You want to get good at it, you gotta live it. My thing, you gotta do everything you can at all times. All right, I hope you guys have a great season. Bye.